Hello there once again everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Final Fantasy XIV. And where we last left off with Yuri Yascaret here, we managed to rescue the Oracle of Light from Yulmore, their army that had been stationed in the region of Lakeland at the very least. It seems that Yulmore and the Crystarium are going to go to war against one another for the destruction of the Light Warden in the Lakeland region. And their general, Yulmore's general at least, was trying to track us and the Oracle of Light Minfilia down. We managed to escape to the region of Il Mheg, where it seems we're getting played pranks on by the Pixies, the Fae folk. But Evane was asked to bring us here in search of a fellow scion, Yascaret. So, we'll just have to see what the situation is. I've done a few dailies between the last stream and this one, which is why we're level 77 now. We're actually very close, maybe less than 1 million experience points away from getting level 78 as well. But I parked myself back here once again. As I say, yeah, we are reasonably close, just a little over 1 million experience. Man, when you need 28 million experience to actually level up, just over 1 million isn't all that much. Either way. Yeah, Minfilia and Thancred can't seem to remember where Yascaret is. Thanks to the Pixies' tricks that they're playing on us. Oh, one thing to mention as well. You may notice I've had a run around the map. That's because I spend a bit of time between streams to unlock the explorable Aether currents as well. Either way, Il Mheg, the Fairy Kingdom. Thancred is trying to think his way out of the present predicament. Okay. So like Thancred says, it seems that we may need to play by the fairies or the pixies' rules. If we want them to lift a spell. Summoning stones remind me of a region in Heavensward. I forgot what the region's called. The Churning Mists, that's what it was called. Okay. Locate some looking grass. answer to any voices. Great. Also, you may notice I do have my desk fan as an accompaniment, just to keep me cool. Actually, I may have mentioned that already. Body begins to feel. Oh, great. Bancred. The fairies are picking on me. Oh, we did find some. Possessed of a furl tip, this particular plant can apparently be used to see hidden pixies. Well, we're surrounded.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
No, we are found. How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait, I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look, twins! How adorable!
Oh,
Lee, with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Eorzea.
oh yes, Eorzea, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Il Mheg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we?
Should we?
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Eorzea, Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
All of their problems. Great. Oh well, I guess we're helping out in this village then. Is there actually, like, any... Ah, there is a vendor in here. Okay. Holy Christ, there's a lot of quests. Okay, so there's 3 main scenario quests. Oh, there's a gemstone trader. And that's if we want to do any fates here in Il Mheg. We'll get around to doing them eventually. So crafting materials. So I'm guessing shared fates. Oh, we need to do a fate here before we'll actually open up. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll do the normal side missions first, and this Forbidden Loran may actually unlock a quest Aether Current. And then we'll look at doing the main scenario quests. I think that's probably the best way to do it. What's in a name? Sigun Ool is looking for fun. Okay, we need to ask some pixies what their names mean. Is this another way into this building? It is not. Okay. You're gonna test me on their names now, aren't you? Yeah, I thought as much. That was you. Flower that blooms always. Oh. Flowers of Fury. The Pixie Flower Keep is seething with fury. To punish some wicked mortals. And I'll also speak to this Pixie as well. A hairy request. The sweet tooth Pixie stares at you hungrily. I suppose. So we need to punish some mortals and hunt from Sammeads. Which are what these are, I see. Nice and easy. The mortals are above us. How do we get to them? Archer's barely scratching us. So why are their plants so rare? Maybe they can be used in like alchemy or some such? I doubt those mortals will try anything again. Yeah, no kidding. Probably because we readily dispatched them. Here's the Samid legs. The leg's so fresh it's still kicking. That Pixie was hoping we were gonna die. These are the kind of people we need to do favors for. Actually trying to get us killed. So we have this golden nectar. Tone anger to mad bloom. Hey, level 78. We've actually just went over 100,000 HP. Holy shit. Nice. Either way, the Forbidden Lan. Lan Ken is greatly worried for a friend. Friends went off and he might encounter, or she might encounter, that thing, whatever that thing may happen to be. Oh, great. So I need to call their name while here. hell is that? Though your beaver speak is a bit rusty, appears to want milk. However, you see no signs of the pixie you followed. Yeah, about your friend. This is a chain quest. When beavers cry, Lad Ken's mind is racing. So Ladken believes a tribute of milk will appease the beaver and stop pixies from disappearing. Received a bottle of sheep's milk. Was Ken Gulf transformed into the beaver? This is some elaborate trick. Oh. As a gesture, thanks. A beautiful marble has been left in the stump of a tree by the lake, and that the sheep milker can have it. And we never see the sheep milker again. And then there were none. Trepidation is writ plain on Lad Ken's face. Okay, we need to investigate the giant beavers. Apparently there are 2 of them now. This everlasting light makes it really difficult to read some of the names. The marble is pretty. Thank you very much. There's 2 of them now. Why do we get the feeling that there's now going to be a 3rd beaver? Yep. I see. Oh well, as long as they're happy being giant beavers, I suppose. Okay. This little chain quest out of the way there. A plank of wood that has no wood grain. Oh dear. Let's see what chores they'll ask of us. Lala's errand. Lala hungers for our assistance. Okay. Give some bell trees a shake. Sul-Un aches for your attention. And sow some everblooms around the village. Sounds fairly straightforward. Surprised the Cineators haven't come for the Pixies. We are. We have another Pixie down here who has a favour to ask of us. Ulsigan, first for our kindness. Well, at least this Pixie warned us of the danger near the lake. Let's give this tree a good shake. Oh. careful we don't accidentally aggro someone when we have so little health. Okay, let's draw some water. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, let's go feed the leafmen. I'm guessing they may have once been mortals who were transformed by the pixies. Oh, hello. Okay, once we turn all these in, will the spell be lifted? Yep. They try to turn us into into leafmen as well. I figured that might be the case. Everlasting Spring. I wonder if the pixies will actually desire the everlasting light to end. They may not care for the Light Warden, but they might want to keep the weather. Here's the Bell Fruit. Oh. Unto the truth. Vancred looks just like you feel. I think Feoul, was she the one who wanted us to plant the Everbloom trees? Oh, is she the Pixie from... Oh, yeah. Feoul is the Pixie who went to Tataru. Let's see if we can get our Pixie friends' attention. God damn it. Oh dear God. I can't even spell properly.
You're late! Late! I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood. All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Well. If it isn't Feoul, the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village. There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that, hmm?
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Eorzea?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
Hello there, bandit. Oh, so it wasn't just the everlasting light. Wow. Oh, that's unusual.
So this is the true Il Mheg.
How are you feeling?
I suppose you've both remembered where Yuri Yascaret is now.
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Yuri Yascaret?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
And we wonder why she's been given the title the Mad Bloom. Actually, we can have a proper look around now. Holy hell. Now that the fog's finally been lifted, we can actually look around this place. I mean, we were over at the structure earlier, unlocking an Aether Current, but... An abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman Shelves. Okay. Right, so we're heading this way. Let's follow the road. Oh, that looks promising. And while we're journeying now, I'm just gonna grab a drink. I might as well cut across the field. Ah, lovely. I'm still wondering what Tataru thought when Feyaul appeared. and gave her a message about what had happened and that we'd made it to the first world safely.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon. Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Everyone bar your Stola.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee.
And that's the outsider's armor.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's reminding me uncomfortably of Eureka.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer.
That it is considered light and dark?
Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
I can see where this is going.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the two forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings."
So if light comes into power here and flows fully into the source, Black Rose really should probably be called White Rose if that's the case.
Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Il Mheg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Eorzea, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the Pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
And thank you, Bandit. I'm reasonably enjoying the Dark Knight. I'll just adjust my seating position. I mean, as I mentioned in the previous stream, its damage potential isn't... Sorry, its damage migration isn't as great as the Paladin. And I'm guessing its damage output isn't as amazing as the Warrior used to be, but with the rebalances from obviously the new expansion, I'm not sure kind of which tanking class does the most DPS output nowadays. I mean, similar to the Knight with that Berserker Rage, I forgot what the skill is called. We have Delirium, which allows us to use our most powerful weapon skills. You have Blood Spiller, which is a single target, and you have Quietus, which is an AoE. And with our cast time, recast time, we can use this 5 times, similar to how the Warrior could use their equivalents. So it works out pretty well. I've had no like DPS problems, and because you're a tank, you can pretty much just stand there and take punishment. It's nice to have a healing skill in Soul Eater as part of the free chain combo. In addition, you have an AoE heal depending on how many enemies are around you. So it kind of works out. Got a nice little 2-hit AoE combo as well, not including the salted earth, stick on the ground AoE attack. So it all kind of works out. Actually, did I increase my the gauge? It did not. Okay. Right. So we need to garner some cooperation with the Pixies to go after the Light Warden, which, according to Eorzea, is right there. I really hope that's not its wings. Pally has the most DPS? Quite possibly. What we'll do is, we'll do these two Pixies quest, and then we'll take a small break since we've helped out the Pixies to gain access to Il Mheg. Obviously, I had our talk with Yuri. It's a nice place to take a break. And then I'll make myself a fresh drink, and then we'll come back. But first things first, let's help out these two Pixies as well. Delightful decorations. At the sight of you, the exuberant Pixie's eyes light up in recognition. Okay. So we need some world reeds to decorate Yurion's house. I'm sure that'll make him happy. And we have this quest, Revolting Refreshments. The spirited and dispirited Pixies are unimpressed with Yuri. Not sure if I want to play tricks on Yuri, but sure, why not? Let's go grab the weeds first. How do we go? How do we swim down again? Aha. Aha. Yeah, Black Mage is always a powerful. Like, the dancer's really powerful. It's just... I don't know. You're switching over to Black Mage and giving it a go, are you? Where am I looking? Ah. Yeah, I don't understand how the mechanics work and how they can kind of work well together. I just, when I was playing, maybe it's because I was playing solo, I wanted to play a class that could just stand there and take blows rather than kiting, like I would with a bard or a machinist as well. So that's why I kind of switched to the Dark Knight here. And I don't actually have any melee DPS classes, so it's like, oh well. Yeah. I think they're best for kind of like, maybe not for raids, even though they're boost. The fact that they can give you that close position and boost, say, a samurai or someone is really good. Boost their damage throughout the entire battle, throughout the entire raid. They're really good in dungeons for that AoE potential that they have. Yeah. Samurai replaced the monk, didn't it, as like single target DPS. Okay. Plant some of these snug blooms. This pink flower sequestered within the small pouch exudes a mysterious sense of snugness. Yeah, the downside of a samurai is it has no support skills. It's a purely damage output class. Whereas even like the ninja has the vulnerability attack, which makes it useful for raids and such. Also, you have the new raid that's just came out. Eden's Gate, I believe, was released yesterday. I'm guessing that's the new 8-man set of 4. Set of 4 raids, similar to Omega. Oh! You have a new quest for us. Yeah, certainly. Is that from the Tombstones of Gieta? I don't know how you pronounce it. Gotia? Guess we can offer our help to the Pixie again. Okay. Yuri is reading about a history of Obert and about a Shadow Keeper. Oh, from the new raid itself, Eden's Gate. Okay. So, who is the Shadow Keeper? Either way, according to the Pixie, it wants to enchant these books. The Rise of the Shadow Keeper. Yeah, let's read some of the tome before we enchant it. Oh. I think you lied to me, Pixie. Let's have a look at this gear then. Oh, bloody hell. Pop. Okay. Yeah, it does look like the 390 gear, the Scavian gear. Interesting. oh, another reason I chose the Dark Knight is I've seen the antiquated, I think it's the item level 430 blade, and I think it's the blade that you see in the cinematic. It looks quite nice. I kind of want it. Either way, we have another book here. The Treatise on Runes. I believe it's a class gear. Yeah, it's most likely the class gear. Of course, the fact that it's called Antiquated makes me think that we're gonna have another Eureka. Because the item level, level 70 gear was Antiquated as well. And then you had to go to Animus to start making it unantiquated. Oh, sorry, not talking to you yet, Yuri Yascaret. Yeah, we're gonna have a new Eureka. It might not be out yet, I don't know. But we'll probably end up doing it if and when it's released. And hating ourselves for it. The history of Volbert. Betrayed by a two-headed wolf. Great. Yep. If Yuri Yascaret goes looking for those tomes, I'm pointing him in that Pixie's direction. Oh. Yeah, apparently she's imbuing Thancred's ammunition. Make it back to the manor without dying. Oh, great. Does it? Please say that's a player. Find a treat from the antique cabinet. I bet Thancred, Yuri Yascaret and them are just watching us do this. Just going, what the hell is she doing? This a variety of sweet that Yuri Yascaret supposedly loathes. Okay, what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. I'll make myself a fresh drink. And then we'll go in search of the Pixies to help us gain access to Il Mheg's Light Warden. Either way, thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you in just a moment if you're watching this here on Twitch, or hopefully I'll see you in the next video if you're watching this later on YouTube. As I say, I'll see you in just a moment.